73-year-old radiated tortoises Bert and Terence have been best mates since they were both born in Madagascar at the end of the Second World War.
Bert and Terence's friendship has definitely blossomed over their long life together. They will dine together, they will bathe together, and they will bask together. So they live together quite happily. They keep things simple. Terence is our largest male radiated tortoise here at the zoo. If you were stood next to him in the gym, you'd be jealous of him. Definitely. He is one of our breeding males. He's a big boy.
Even though he's smaller, Bert is the dominant male in the group.
Bert, he's quite a famous character at Chester Zoo. He's straight to the point, I think. If tortoises could speak, he'd be quite blunt. He's no messing about. You know exactly what he wants, when he wants it, and how he's going to go about it.
But Bert was not always dominant. In the past, he was picked on by another male called Football.
So Football, he seemed to have the strength and character over Bert. They were very, very competitive. We had some new females brought into the collection from Sweden, and that got their blood pressure going. And they really, really went to war. And I think Bert got bettered.
But Football recently died, leaving Bert to assume the dominant role, and Terence is his only rival in love.
I think with Bert being repressed by Football, he doesn't want that to happen again, because if that happens again, he doesn't get the chance to breed.
Bert and Terence have never fallen out, so far. But as this year's mating season begins, for the first time ever, he's started to turn on his larger friend, and it's all about getting the attention of breeding female smoothsides. Things don't happen fast in the tortoise world, but Bert is losing no time in asserting himself.
So his attitude this year is that there is no tortoise that will come between him and mating, unfortunately for Terence.
Keepers will monitor Bert and Terence during the 3 months mating period to check that Bert's behaviour doesn't get out of hand. In the tortoise group, the competition between dominant male Bert and ex-best friend Terence has stepped up a gear.
We're just going into the radiated tortoise paddock because our 2 adult males have had a quarrel over the ladies, and Terence looks like he needs a bit of assistance. It's a sign of dominance, so they'll go head to head and they'll jostle and they'll try and flip each other over, and the one that ends up on its back with its legs up in the air is the loser. Come on, Terence. You've lost this one, buddy. And then the victor goes off and mates with the lucky girl.
In this case, the lucky girl is 21-year-old breeding female Smoothsides.
She's aptly named Smoothsides because she has several patches of her shell that are very, very smooth. And that's just years and years of shell banging. So a good breeding female is quite easy to recognise. The thing about tortoises is they're not very good at mating. You can imagine lugging around your house and all your belongings all the time. It would hinder you.
Terence has only been the right way up for an hour, but already Bert is turning on him once again.
Male tortoises, they sometimes are seen mating each other, and they're not actually mating each other. Basically, it's a demonstration of strength. I'm big, I'm strong, look, I've got you pinned to the floor. It's a gladiatorial display.
Terence decides there's only one option that remains open to him: to get as far away as possible from Bert. He tries to break through the logs that mark the perimeter of the colony.
People just imagine tortoises inactive, slow, doddery, but it's a cooking pot in there. They are so driven by hormones. We are going to have to manage the situation because they will battle themselves to exhaustion. Right, morning head count. How many we got?
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. We're missing one.
We are.
Terence. How can you lose a tortoise, Stacey?
It wasn't me. You were here yesterday.
Here he is, look.
Oh, Terence. It's so cold
What
over
are you
here.
doing there? Is you all right?
Yeah.
Bert's mating rival Terence has made an attempt to escape overnight.
I think we might have some issues here.
Yes.
You're being picked on by Bert. Oh. Come on, big boy. You're going to have to man up, Terence, unfortunately. Bert's much smaller than you.
However, within 10 minutes, Terence is trying to get away again. And each time the keepers turn him round, he just keeps reversing in his tracks. Meanwhile, dominant male Bert focuses on the matter in hand, his mating ritual with smooth sides. But his relentless attention proves too much, and she too makes a run for it.
Bert's mating behaviour has unsettled the group quite a bit. The main danger is that Bert will exhaust himself, but also his behaviour with Terence puts Terence under a lot of stress. And the same goes for smooth sides. So all of them can become ill if left to their own devices.
While in the tortoise group, keepers have decided to step in and weigh Bert and Terence. They're concerned that the stress of the current situation may be causing health issues.
We weigh the tortoises regularly, like Terence, to keep tabs on their health. And if they're losing weight, then there's a problem. 9656.
You've lost weight. About 300 grams.
When tortoises become ill, it can be life-threatening because they don't give you a lot of symptoms ever. Right, grumpy Bert? Because they're all hidden underneath a big shell. Tell me you've put on some weight, Bert, please, come on. The first time you really notice something wrong with the tortoise is when it's really bad. 7832.
The results are in, and it's not looking good.
He has lost weight too.
Both Bert and Terence have started to lose weight. Bert has lost quite a significant amount, and I think it's because he's expending so much energy beating Terence up and chasing smooth sides around. He's so driven by hormones. Feelings like I'm hungry or I'm thirsty tend to go on the back burner, and he tends to think, I want to mate. And that takes his sole energy supply just trying to achieve that. So in the breeding season, tortoises need careful managing.
In order to safeguard their health, the keepers believe they have a solution.
Right, Bert, come on then. Right, mate, this is for your own good. Because you've been relentless and you won't give up, you're going to move home for a bit, all right? Make sure you eat lots and lots and lots.
Bert is being moved temporarily to an adjacent tortoise house, away from Terence and smooth sides.
I'll put a couple of other individuals in with him so they don't get lonely.
Yeah?
As long as he doesn't turn his attention to them. Bert's going to go on a spa break. He's going to put his feet up, he's going to put some weight on, he's going to eat some good food. Terence is going to do what he needs to do with smooth sides. He's not going to be constantly bullied by Bert. And then, as long as Bert starts putting on weight and looking good again, I'll rotate the males.
Terence is soon taking advantage of the situation. But keepers will have to wait and see if their plan is going to work.